you've been doing this for a long time, and you see a lot of golfers coming through every day, and you've met a lot of these people, and a lot of them, come from all different sorts of walks of life. So you've seen what their lifestyle is like. What would you say about the superintendent lifestyle and what it's meant to you, and how it's treated you?
Well, it's not the lifestyle that the generation coming up wants. So we have to use more technology and monitoring. I lose a lot of assistants at the age of about 28 to 30 years old. And I do because they want to start a family. And then all of a sudden they get a kid, a child, and the wife's calling them, hey, you got to get to that Little League game, or you got to be home more. So we have to start creating a better lifestyle for our managers. They don't have to be here every day of every hour. And what I started doing is we have an afternoon assistant. We bring a guy in, it comes in 11 or 12 o'clock and finishes the day. That way the first assistant can go home at 2 o'clock, and have a regular life. We have to start thinking about that. We have to reduce the hours. You're in New England or Wyoming or up there, you guys have seasonality that helps. But when you're in season, you're working almost every day. And that's tough in the life today. And I don't think the people coming through colleges are looking at it going, well, that doesn't make sense. And we don't pay our assistant superintendents enough. It used to be a big disparity between superintendents and assistants. And then superintendents get mad. Well, I just got fired. They hired my assistant and only gave them this. And I said, yeah, that's because you weren't smart enough to give the assistant enough money and bring him closer to you. And then when he's offered that opportunity, he's like, no, for that $20,000 or $30,000, I ain't going to take on that. That's terrible. Mm-hmm. So we have to rethink the people that work for us and getting them more money and helping the total lifestyle. I probably, my dad taught me how to work. I work 300 and some odd days or more every year. I work 48 Saturdays out of 52. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would want to do that again. I missed a lot of my kids' lives, but they know that. Mm-hmm. And well, I'll give you another great story. My daughter, who was 4 years old, looks out the window. Sick dad, she might have been 6. Her name is Rebecca. And she goes, Dad, how come our yard doesn't look like the golf course? And I said, sweetheart, Pepe doesn't work here. And it's like the shoemaker. I didn't have time to take care of my own yard because I was so worried about the golf course. And those are things. One morning, my son runs into my room and he's like, Dad, wake up. You didn't go to work. It was a Saturday because he just thought on Saturday mornings I went to work. I did get to, like my father, I did get to every baseball game I could. I actually coached and did those things, but I had to really plan on that. I had a great talk with the superintendent a couple of years ago. You got to manage 4 people as a golf course superintendent. You got to manage you as a professional. You got to manage you as a husband or a companion. You have to manage you as a father. But one of the things you got to manage that we forget to do is manage ourselves, to have fun. If you're a golfer, play golf somewhere. If you're a fisherman, go fish, or a hunter. So really my job is I got to manage 4 of me to be good at what I do. And certain times a year, I got to be at work. Certain times a year, I got to, be a father and a husband, so those are the key things I would tell everybody. You got to do a better job managing yourself before you can manage anybody else.
I'm curious if there's any, and you mentioned some of it earlier in our conversation, but if there's any days from your career that you still look back on and have a laugh about, or say, wow, that was a momentous day in my career, or just a memorable day. Anything stand out in your mind of one of those days that just really, years later still sticks with you?
One of the things is in 1999, we had the tradition. It was the first golf tournament that ever got snowed out on the PGA Tour. And they had one recently in Tucson. So Arizona's the only state in the United States that had golf tournaments snowed out.
Wow.
But so we had snow 2 or 3 inches and we were freaking out. And we're on national television and what to do. So I told the kids and everybody to go home and we'll be back here at midnight. So we left at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and went home. and came back at midnight. And there was no way in the world anybody would think we could put that golf course back together. But with 5 golf courses all in crews here and everything, and we did it. We played the next day, unbelievable conditions, and did a great thing. That day will stand out because of what the accomplishment of all the employees did. And I thanked and handshake every one of them. And that was the most incredible thing that I can ever remember. And I don't remember the turf. I just remember the action with people. And those are the days that I remember, is coming together. And I think that's why we love this profession, Seth, because you do things that are, you see the reward for it. Then a couple years later, the golf courses got wiped out with a torrential rainstorm at Desert Mountain, ruined every bunker on the property. And this wasn't a one-day process, but I called 3 great golf course contractors and brought them together and made them work together. And they did. Heritage and Wadsworth and were 2 of them. And they did an incredible job. And that was like, they'd be working together and well, that's Wadsworth. I don't care whose tractor it is. You're going to work together. We're going to get these golf courses put back together. So when we need help, this industry bonds together. So just that teamwork, I remember that till this day.
Good. Well, Shawn, I'm going to wrap it up, but don't hang up. But I want to say once again, congratulations for this honor from Anuvia. I'm very honored to be on the committee, and I was happy that you got it this year. Well deserved. Congratulations, and it's always great to catch up with you.
Well, I just want to say to everybody, thank you. I didn't get in this business for any award. I did get rewarded for, I do talk a lot, so people like to, do it. You don't have to agree with me. That's okay. That's the one thing we're forgetting now, is people always have to agree with each other. Find your own way to do it and believe in it. I was just happened to have some of the greatest scientists, and Dr. Beard and Dr. Watsky, and a lot of them, Mr. Engelke. I mean, I called them all. Fred Yelverton today, Tim Morgan, but my point being is just have fun and get out there and do your job, and don't get too serious about it.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, Shawn, don't hang up. I want to catch up with you, but I'll sign off
Okay.
now. Everybody, thank you for joining us here for Golfdom's Anuvia Legends Initiative, presented in partnership with Audubon International. It's my pleasure to be joined today by Shawn Emerson, Director of Agronomy at Desert Mountain Club in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm Seth Jones, Editor-in-Chief of Golfdom Magazine. We'll see you out there on the golf course. Thank you, Shawn.
Take care, everyone.